And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead, and it's almost that time. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. We'll watch the Portland Trailblazers in this one as they go up against the New York Knicks. Not many games remain in the season, and the posturing beginning for these teams as they jostle for postseason positioning.
Yeah, this is the time to give full effort and to really communicate. When the pressure rises, teams can either gel together or fall apart.
So the New York starting five. Mitchell is out there with Ivy. Then it's Derek Lively, and then there's Antetokounmpo, and it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Harris passes to Junior. Now Lillard. He's covered by Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Brown against Lillard. Some solid defense from Brown. And now Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. We talked about their defensive game plan for Giannis, and he told me the best way to guard Giannis is to keep him out of the paint and force him to be a jump shooter. The only problem is no one's figured out how to do that consistently. Giannis always seems to find a way to impose his will. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Cunningham against Mitchell. And finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. That one good for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Cunningham outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, there you see Cunningham's willingness to take contact to battle for his shot inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And at 78%, he's been a consistent shooter at the line for them all season long.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Cunningham. And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
And so Cunningham nails both of them.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Ivy kicks to Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Takes the 3. Jaylen Brown. And that's good. Brown's got 6 points.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
I just love to watch Cunningham orchestrate. At his size, that passing is elite.
Ivy passes to Lively. Mitchell with it. Lillard picks him up. And Brown now atop the key. And the layup is good. Brown's got his third bucket of the night.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
For three, Harris. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
For three, Mitchell bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And here's Cunningham. Last time, 14 points for him. Not 3 off the mark. Ivy with it. Giannis outside. Nurkic with the steal. Junior kicks to Lillard. Harris outside. And slam dunk by Harris.
Solid athlete with a good vertical. Harris knows how to get inside and hammer it home.
Ivy against Harris. At the elbow, it's Brown. Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. That did not happen.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
And here's Harris from the arc. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 7. Lively with the screen. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Yeah, able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things and winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Brown dishes to Mitchell. Count it, his second make in 4 attempts.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Get ready to dance like everybody's watching. Keep it going. Two left right there. You have the camera on you. Let's hear it for you.
And the Knicks making a change here as well. George is checked in. George against Harris. Here's Lillard. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Knicks leading by 11. You know, Giannis just entered his 30s, Coach, but he's already an all-timer.
He sure is, Kevin. Look, if his career ended now, this guy's still one of the best we've ever had in this league. Unfortunately for the rest of the league, he's still got a long way to go in his career, and they're going to have to deal with him for a long, long time.
Portland again missing.
Look, I'm not sure what's going on with him. 0 for the night. Might be time to give someone else a chance.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Lillard outside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. A moment now to check out some numbers for Derek Lively.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Wade, he's checked in for Harris. Avdia comes in for Junior. And it's Edgecombe in for Lillard. And a new group in for the Knicks. Lebowski, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Hayes comes in for Jaylen Brown. Junior's checked in for Mitchell. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Ivy. For New York, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Trailblazers trail by 16. Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. The New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Spurs. Jackson looking it over. Junior the pass to Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Down low, here's Wade, and it's Wade with the jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. The Portland Trailblazers, in year 3 of a rebuild, wins are hard to come by in the loaded West. But acquiring young, talented players like Denny Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Back to you guys.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And he knocks down the first one. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Junior's checked in. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Trailblazers trail by 13. Now Edgecombe. Still without a basket. Pass to Avdia. And here's Wade, covered by Hayes. Clock at 6. Here's Edgecombe. A three-pointer off the mark. New York's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Jackson Hayes, shooting 1.
Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 16-point game. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. Pass to Junior. And the foul called on Junior. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Edgecombe. No scoring in this one. They set the screen. And Junior with the basket on the assist by Edgecombe.
And how about making a play for his teammate there? Edgecombe showing his all-around game.
Filipowski passes to George. No good from outside.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Edgecombe. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Now, here's Junior. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Trailblazers trail by 15. Pass to Edgecombe. Here's Simmons. Over in the corner of Dia. 5 to shoot. A 3 ball. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Well, you want to talk about upside. VJ Edgecombe has as much as anyone in this class, except for maybe the top pick, Cooper Flag.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3. 1:19 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Junior. Driving to the basket. It's blocked.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Edgecombe. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Running the floor, Edgecombe made sure he wasn't getting caught on the break.
Outside Jackson. To Filipowski. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Nice read. Sets his teammate up. You like how they're sharing the ball.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Edgecombe. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Junior. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, look at that. And it takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Knicks out front, leading by 8. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Avdia is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, two things can happen on that, Kevin. Number one, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't. And the ball is thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Avdia finds Cunningham. Six to shoot. To the middle. Here's Harris. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Take a look at the Knicks. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push.
Well, I think for New York, what a lackluster start to the season it's been for them. Where are the championship contenders that we've grown accustomed to seeing?
Well, with that said, they could be a sleeping giant. If they can get it together, watch out.
Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Lillard outside. Cunningham with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ivy. Lively. Great positioning on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 11.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham slams it in.
Well, you know that one's going to make the highlight reel. Cunningham providing the entertainment.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Ivy. Shoots over Nurkic. Here's Giannis. Wow, Giannis with a strong finish inside.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Nurkic a screen on Brown. That's tipped. Here's White. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham. The Knicks have shot 50% from the line today. 3 for 6.
That's the line for the Knicks. Line. One shot.
That's good from Lively. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Fans, let them hear from you. Make some noise for your Blazers answer.
look at Donovan Mitchell. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up about 16 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Avdia against Ivy. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. Portland, no good that time either. The Knicks leading by 14. You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious, his size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis. As much or more than any star in this league, you can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor.
Here's Giannis. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Harris. Trailblazers trail by 14. Here's Lillard. The rebound by Ivy. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Free throw good from Brown. And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
Nurkic with it, lively defending. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Giannis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pass to Lillard to stop the run. It's rebounded by New York. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Well, he hasn't made a shot, and his team is losing. Time to find another solution.
Cunningham sets a screen for Avdia. Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been felt tonight. They could have used way more from him.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And a fast break now for New York. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Get up, start moving with your mascot. Let's dance.
Yusuf Nurkic. And let's get a check on some of the leaders from around the league with this list of the top assist men at small forward since we've emerged from the All-Star break. Second, Jaylen Brown.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, you can't teach the kind of vision that they have. Natural instinct to read the floor and find the open guy that they all possess.
Here's Avdia. And here's Harris from the arc. The rebound by Ivy.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Denny Avdia, the son of a 6'8 Serbian sharpshooter who played for the Yugoslavian national team, then moved to Israel and met Denny's mom. Denny said he had the same mentality, fire in the eyes, every night playing to win. That's how I've always been. That passion is a part of my culture. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie.
Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
Antetokounmpo finds Lively. Back to Giannis. Misses the jumper.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Ivy against Avdia. Inside. Knicks with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
Watching the film, guys, they were poor offensively. I expect much better execution tonight.
Lillard attacking. The rebound by Ivy. Ivy's got his 4th rebound in this one. Avdia against Brown. Ivy. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Ivy's got 5 now. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
And New York making a change here. George is checked in. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Pass to Lillard. From deep. Gets one to drop finally after missing on his first 8 attempts.
Well, for Lillard, that's a routine shot. He's one of the greatest three-point shooters in league history.
The shot by George, wide open. And again, New York with the triple.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Over in the corner, Avdia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Pass to Lillard. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's George. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, what a save by Giannis. He should always be crashing the offensive glass like this.
To the paint, here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
Ivy kicks to Brown. Here's Mitchell, and the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So for the Trailblazers, Wade, he's checked in for Harris. Junior comes in for Avdia. And it's Edgecombe in for Damian Lillard. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Hayes comes in for Jaylen Brown. Junior's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Ivy. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's Edgecombe, guarded by Jackson. Simmons, a screen on George. Just 5 on the clock.
And this has really become a struggle for them. Their shots aren't dropping, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. They need to put everything they have into getting high percentage shots. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
To the inside. Pass to Junior. Simmons sets a screen for Junior. And Simmons slams it in.
Great job by Simmons taking initiative in that screen and roll. The coaching staff has to love that.
Jackson with it. Still yet to score. Here's George. Drains it from 17 feet out.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Back to Wade. Hayes with the steal. Outside, George. Pass to Hayes. Back to George. Now, Junior. And it's off from three-point range. Cunningham outside. Now, here's Junior. Now here's Simmons, defended by Filipowski. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And here's George for 3. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, that's his 3rd three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up. Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Pass to Junior. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. And so it's New York ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the New York Knicks.
Well, obviously they saw a weakness they wanted to exploit. Ran their guys to the offensive glass with great success, Jack.
Yeah, they also have the personnel to do it. Even when you block these dudes out, they find a way.
And right now, let's see who's jostling for Rookie of the Year.
It's a very exciting group. We get to watch them grow. The league has adjusted to them along the way, but they've adjusted back.
Some great coaching as well to bring these guys along. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Let's send it over to the sideline for some news on Derek Lively. What have they told you there, Allie?
Thanks, guys. I got some news from the Knicks head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. Rotations, game plans, and minute distribution will all need to be readjusted while he's out of the lineup.
Thank you, Allie. We appreciate the update.
Well, look, injuries take a mental toll as well. These guys all want to be contributing to the best of their ability, It's tough to sit out and watch.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. They've got Mitchell. Brown out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Filipowski, and it's Ivy in at the point guard position. And he makes the first. And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
And Mitchell drops them both.
And people still talk about Mitchell being undersized. I think he's proven his athleticism more than makes up for that.
Junior kicks to Cunningham. Hits it from three-point range. Cunningham's got 9.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Junior. For 3, Harris. Filipowski grabs the board.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Ivy passes to Brown. Over Junior. Brown, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Harris. Now, here's Nurkic, defended by Filipowski. Cunningham against Brown. Cunningham's shot is off.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Here's Brown. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Trailblazers have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And it's Lillard missing.
They haven't found their rhythm here in the third, missing 4 of their first 5 attempts.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Antetokounmpo inside. Working on Nurkic, and it's Giannis missing. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, even dating back to his early NBA days, Lillard is a crafty scorer in the paint.
Antetokounmpo finds Filipowski. Good.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
And last, and welcome your Trailblazers, Dusty. Show us what you got, Bruce. Let's get crazy for our Trailblazers, Dusty. Here they come, fans.
Check in for the Trailblazers.
Trailblazers
free throw is such an important part of the game. Here are the league leaders in that department. Fourth, Damian Lillard.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Junior. Now Harris. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Brown with it. Now Avdia defending. Brown kicks to Giannis. Shoots from the corner. And it's Brown missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a coach.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard, when he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
Brown with the screen on Avdia. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, he's had a rough night, but his teammates have picked him up.
Junior the pass to Lillard. Harris looking it over. Nurkic setting the pick for Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And finished off by Nurkic.
And he just big boyed right there. The height advantage he's got down low. Really difficult for them to defend.
Mitchell outside. Back to Ivy. Some nice passing by New York here. Now Brown. He's got 10. Over Junior. And it's Brown missing.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
To the middle. There's the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. For the three, Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Junior kicks to Lillard. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Donovan Mitchell.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
First free throw is good. A different look now for Portland. Simmons checked in for Nurkic. Dean Wade comes in for Harris. And it's Edgecombe in for Lillard. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Kyle Filipowski. Paul George comes in for Antetokounmpo. Junior's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Jackson in for Ivy.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Here's Edgecombe. Covered by Mitchell. Stolen by Mitchell. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Avdia. The Knicks leading by 23. Jackson in the corner. Shoots over Edgecombe.
And they shot it well in the first half, but have suffered a drop-off since then. Still, though, in the lead, so they can make up for it on the defensive end.
Junior kicks to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Edgecombe. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Mitchell. Jackson with the bounce pass. Hayes with the screen for Mitchell. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Mitchell's got 12.
And that's Mitchell at his best. Playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
Pass to Edgecombe. Outside, Avdia. Over Hayes. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Junior with it. Simmons is there. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And also, guys, the confidence to keep taking the three. It's been falling, so they've got to keep going back to it.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And that one, good. Hayes has got his second bucket.
Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
Here's Edgecombe, guarded by Jackson. Simmons sets a screen for Junior. That's good from Edgecombe on the assist by Junior. And 12 points here for P.J. Edgecombe. New York's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And it's Junior missing. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 14 since halftime, a little cold from the field. Here's Edgecombe, covered by Mitchell. Wade sets the pick for Avdia. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Avdia's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you see how poised Avdia is. Just a terrific job getting inside and across the line.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Giannis, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes.
Checking in for the Knicks. Number 31, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
For three, Mitchell buries the long-range jumper. Mitchell's got 15 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Screen by Simmons. Here's Edgecombe. He's got 12. That missed basket now makes him 4 of 8 from the field. Here's Jackson. And he makes good on the layup.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
Pass to Junior. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Edgecombe, guarded by Jackson. Clock is at 3. Fires the 3. Edgecombe, no good. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for New York. They can look forward to San Francisco after this game and a matchup against Golden State. And that game will be game 2 of 5 out on the road. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
In the corner, it's Junior. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Edgecombe. Lets a floater go. Excellent D there from George. On the wing, Jackson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Portland has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And Simmons kicks to Avdia. George against Wade. Here's Edgecombe. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cunningham's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Queen's checked in. Giannis outside. In the corner, George with it. Lots of room. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. George has got 15 points.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
Simmons dishes to Cunningham. Back to Simmons. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 5th assist in this one. The Knicks shooting is leaving some to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Simmons against Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Cunningham for 3. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for New York. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Knicks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Brenton Post is out there with Kevin Huerter. Then there's A.J. Green. And it's Keita in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Post misses the shot. And here are the Knicks, looking to get back on track here. And Junior throws it down.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Pass to Huerter. Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. Players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things. And a lot of times, those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Pass to Shed. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And Post gets it to go.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Johnson surveying the floor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Lots of fight from this kid, Johnson, the rookie with some moxie.
Johnson. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And when you think of promising young scorers, Trey Johnson has to come to mind quickly. This rookie has major upside in that category.
And New York making a change here. Kolik's checked in. And Johnson drops them both. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Portland, Neemias Keita. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for the Knicks. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. Driving inside. Pass to Kolik. 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the elbow. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Green. Here's Shed. Alvarado grabs the board. For New York, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great player. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
Here's Johnson. Here's Filipowski. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul, second team foul. Shooting for New York, Filipowski. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Shed. He's defended by Alvarado. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Alvarado with it. And someone, Stan, who fought his way into the NBA, Jose Alvarado, played his way onto a roster and has played well.
Oh, he has really played well, Kevin. And Jose Alvarado is as big a pest and plays as hard as anyone in this league, and is so committed to it. If you're going to be Jose Alvarado and do what he does, you got to do it every single night to be effective, and he does.
The first free throw is good. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
To the wing right side. Here's Shed. 4 on the shot clock. Carries it from three-point range. Shed's got 4 this quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Kolek, intercepted. Pass to Herter. Here's Cada. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You see the unselfishness of Herter. A guy who wants to make the right play.
Here's Kolek. And here's Hayes. Here's Kolek. From deep, Johnson. New York missing again. Here's Herter. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Pass to Hayes. And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion. As those well-heeled individuals continue to pay these incredible prices, the pressure to unlock new league revenue streams, listen, it's only going to increase.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Hayes hits them both. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Wade, bounce pass. Herter with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Herter, no good. New York's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal.
PJ Edgecombe picks one up.
Look, that up fake is a great weapon when defenders are crowding you. Brown puts him in the popcorn machine.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Here's Mitchell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, he might have been a little passive in the first half, but that's changed. I like this more aggressive approach.
Donovan Mitchell, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Mitchell drops them both. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on those.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Pass to Edgecombe. Mitchell with the steal.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Savvy. Brown does what he can to help the team win, and he's upgraded his passing.
Now Edgecombe. In the corner, it's Harris. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Well, the players will say, Mouse in the house.
At the line
Great job
for
to use his size to expose the smaller defender
shooting
inside.
1.
Junior's checked in for Mitchell. That's good from Harris. And since their scrappy play last season, Coach, the Blazers extending the contract of head coach Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, great decision, as well as a renewed contract with the front office. Times had passed, their seats had grown hot, but nice to see that commitment to what they're building.
Stan, we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectory's not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year. And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Junior's checked in for Harris. Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. And a wide-open look for Junior. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. On the wing, Brown. Fades. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Wade's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Lillard the pass to Wade. Here's Junior. He's covered by Brown. Lillard outside. Cranes the three-pointer. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. Pass to Brown. The Knicks leading by 20. 6 to shoot. From past the arc. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. It's stolen by Brown. Jackson down low. Covered by Lillard.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
Nurkic a screen on Jackson. So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work and rest balance, both mentally and physically. But the players just have to be professional and get themselves ready to play on a daily basis.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Donovan Mitchell.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Nurkic, big-time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver. And so Brown will bring it up for New York. It's an 18-point game. Outside Jackson. Hayes with the screen for Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And the Knicks lead by 20.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Giannis, an impressive performance. Talk about what this game showed you about your team.
This game was great. I think everybody came out ready. Everybody played great. We were moving the ball. We knocked down shots. But most importantly, we were playing great defense. But at the end of the day, it's just a win. We got to build off this. We got to go back to the gym, watch film, and get better.
It's just one piece of a greater goal. That's right. Thanks, Giannis.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. So long and good night, everyone.